children, welcome to biology class, and today class we will study the new topic that is regarding about the plant hormones. Okay, plant hormones are also called as the phytohormones, and they are also known as the growth hormones, and they are also called as growth regulators. And their abbreviation way they are also named as PGRS. What is the full form of PGRS? Means plant growth regulators. Is it clear, children? The plant hormones are also called as growth regulators, and they are also known as phytohormones, and they are also called as plant hormones, and they are also called as plant growth regulators. And where all these hormones are present? They are located in meristematic cells. Okay, in class 9 we studied about the two types of tissues, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. When once the meristematic tissue lost its ability to divide, and they will convert like as an permanent tissues. Okay, yes, the meristematic region is the region where the zone of elongation is present, where the rapid dividing cells are present, where the growing tissue is present. That is the reason all these plant hormones are located in that particular regions. Okay, with this it is clear. These plant hormones are not placed in entire plant regions. They are located in the root tips, shoot tips, the buds and leaves, so on, not the entire plant region. Okay, yes. So the plant hormones are further classified into 5 types. What are that 5 means? Auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, and they are called as growth promoters. Okay, let me say once again, auxins, gibberellins and cytokinins, and they are called as growth promoters. And the fourth one is ABA. The full form of ABA is an abscisic acid, and it is called as growth inhibitor. It stops the growth in plants in the certain areas. And the fifth one is an ethylene, and this is the gaseous hormone. Okay, is it clear, children? First one is auxins, cytokinins and gibberellins. These 3 are growth promoters. AB is a growth inhibitor, and ethylene is gaseous hormone. Okay, yes. So we have to study all these the 5 hormones in detail. Okay, let's come into the auxins. Where these auxins are present? The auxins are present in shoot tips, root tips, and in the bud regions auxins are present. Okay, the auxin word is derived from the Greek. It means increase. Okay, the tip regions and this division takes place more, and then the initiation of the root and growth of the stem takes place in the plants. Okay, yes. So the main function of this auxin is cell elongation. Cell elongation. See, for example, if you see the seed, the root initiation is the main function of this auxin. Okay, so how this root initiation takes place? About this you studied in the class 5 and 6 this activity. I don't know how far you remember. Seed, it will be small when you keep it in the soil, and it takes the water and it will be bulges out and it begins the root. Okay, this is called as the root initiation. This is called as radicle. Okay, this is called as a radicle, and later it will be developed like as a root. And then this is called as a shoot, and that's in the different part. Okay, yes. Let's come into the main function of the auxins. Auxins are helping for root initiation. Okay, yes. So the next one we can say that, yes, another function is how these auxins are available in natural form and a synthetic form. In natural form it is available in IAA. Okay, the full form of IAA is indole acetic acid. In synthetic forms, in 3 ways it will be available. What are the 3 means? First one is an IBA, indole butyric acid. Next one is NAA, naphthalene acetic acid. And third one is 2,4-D, dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. The natural auxin is IAA, indole acetic acid, IBA, indole butyric acid, and NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, and 2,4-D, dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, and these 3 are synthetic auxins are artificial auxins. Is it clear, children? Yes. So the next function is, I already said, the main is root initiation, and the next one is apical dominance. The main another function of the auxin is apical dominance. Let me give the definition for this apical dominance. What is called as an apical dominance? The phenomenon of suppression of growth of the lateral buds by the terminal bud is called as apical dominance. Let me repeat once again. The phenomenon of suppression of growth of the lateral bud by the terminal bud is called as an apical dominance. Okay, in picture just I draw here, please see that. So this is the leaf, children. These are the leaf buds. Where the leaf is arising, that is called as a node region. Okay, yes, the distance present between node to the node is called as an internode region, and again from node leaf is arising, and these are the lateral buds. Okay, yes, let me show this plant for you, then it will be clear for you. If you observe this particular stem, the stem is so, see, this particular part is called as terminal bud, tip part. Okay, yes, these are the leaves. The gap is present where the leaf is arising. We can see this, the gap. This particular gap, we'll call it as internode. This is called node. From the node, what is arising? Leaves are arising. Okay, yes, here also we can see the same thing. So if you observe small buds are we can notice here, these are called as lateral buds. After my class in your garden, take any one plant and see that. We can see near the node, near the leaf, small bud, it will be arised. These are called as leaf buds or lateral buds, we can say that. Okay, yes. So whenever this terminal bud is growing, this bud is growing like this, the lateral bud's growth, it will be stopped. That is only called as an apical dominance. Okay, yes. Now see, in the another stem of the same plant, you see, once in the one stem I removed the terminal bud. Did you notice here, children? There is no terminal bud here. I removed the terminal bud. See, now all the small buds, they are grown up. I hope it is clear to see you. And this is a terminal bud region, children. I removed this. When I removed that, what happened? These lateral buds have started growing. Okay, so that's the reason the plant is growing bushy now. I'll cut this also. Then it doesn't grow height and it will be developed like as a bushy. So that is the technique. It will be observed by the gardener in our even in Greenfield School International also. The Mali, what he will do? Just he will prune it. He will not cut for down. He will prune the tips. When he prune the tips, what will happen? The plant, it will be grow bushy. That particular process is called as an apical dominance. Let me repeat once again. The phenomenon of suppression of growth of the lateral buds by the terminal bud is called as an apical dominance. Okay, let me show in the video, then it will be more clear to you. Okay, yes, when you come to this particular process, we can reverse this apical dominance also, children. How we can reverse this apical dominance means, I removed the terminal part, no? From the terminal part, we can, once again, if you apply auxins, what will happen means, the growth of lateral bud will stop and terminal buds, it will be developed. See, children, where the auxins will be grow. Auxins usually they grow in the tip regions. They grow in the tip regions. When the side regions, what will happen? When there is a darker side, they will grow more and they make this tip region to be bent towards it. Okay, yes, that is about the location of the auxin. So even these plants also, these plants are used to keep it in window, children. So this side, the darkest side, what will happen? Where the window is there will be more auxin grows. That makes the stem to be elongate more and it bend towards to the light. Clear? Yes. So another picture, if you observe, we can see clearly the growth of this the lateral buds. Yes, children, see, the black ones we can say, the first picture, the terminal bud is there and the lateral buds are very small it is. In the second picture what he did, and he removed the tip, he removed the terminal bud. When they removed the terminal bud, obviously what happened here, and these lateral buds, they started growing. So that's called as an apical dominance. Okay, that it will be encouraged by auxins. Next, it breaks the seed dormants. Okay, what is this seed dormance means? This is a seed. Even though you kept this particular seed in the water or in the soil, it will not change anything. Why? Because it is a sleeping seed, we can say, dormant seed. It's not generate, and it not promotes the root as well as the stem. That it will be break out whenever the auxins are more. What will happen? This unstable stage will be stopped, and then root it will comes and shoot it will be arises. Okay, yes, that's called as a seed dormancy. So auxins main function is cell elongation, and it also increases the root initiation, and it also increases the apical dominance, and it breaks the seed dormants. Next one, inhibition of abscission. What is called as an inhibition and abscission? Inhibition of the abscission means it stops the abscission. Let me say what is called as the word abscission. Abscission is nothing but detachment of the leaves. The detachment of the leaves, when it will be takes place usually in the plant, when the plant become older, when the leaves become as an older, and we can say that this detachment of the leaf, it will be occur. Okay, otherwise usually the leaves are the green in color. See, the leaves are the green color, and the later they turns to another color, and the later it will be turns to yellow in color. Okay, yes, this is a general process. But nowadays, due to the deficiency of the auxins, what you are observing means, even though the leaves are green, even though the fruit is unripened, the guava is unripened, small guavas, they will fall near the guava tree, under the guava tree, and the younger leaves, it will be shed out. Okay, then if this is happening like that, what will happen? Plant cannot participate in the photosynthesis. Ultimately, all the activities of the plant, it will be get reduced, and yield it will be the less. So then these auxins, what they will do means they prevent inhibition of an abscission. Early detachment of the leaves, it will be controlled by the help of these auxins. Clear? Yes. Next one, promotes fruit growth. The development of the fruits also, it will be because of auxins. Okay, children, so let me say about once again the auxins. It is derived from the Greek word. It means increase. The main function is cell elongation, and naturally auxins are available in IAA. The full form is indole acetic acid, and the synthetic way IBA, indole butyric acid, NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, and the third one is 2,4-D. The full form is dichlorophenoxy acetic acids. The main functions of the auxins is, one is root initiation, and it encourages the apical dominance, it breaks the seed dormants, and it prevents inhibition of an abscission. That is nothing but early detachment of the leaves will be controlled by the auxins. Clear? Yes. And not only that, and it promotes the growth of the fruits. Okay? Yes, that's it about the auxins. And the next one, if you come to the next hormone, we can say the gibberellic acids. What are this gibberellic acid? From where you are obtaining this gibberellic acid? We are obtaining this gibberellic acid from the fungi named as Gibberella fusicori. Okay, and this is from the paddy. They notice that usually the paddy plants are very short, children, very bushy type they will be. They have fibrous roots, and like this it will be. So spike it will. But because of this gibberellic acid, what happened here means the length of this the paddy plant was increased. If the paddy plant grows this much tall height, this much height, we don't see this much height only paddies. Okay, if they grow like that, can they bear this spikes? No, they cannot. The heavy spike, they cannot bear it. Okay, yes. So that's the reason they named as this disease is called as foolish seedling disease in paddy. Foolish seedling disease in the paddy or the rice because of the excess, the releasing of the fungi named as Gibberella fusicori. And so with then they identified that, and this if the gibberellic acids are there and the stem elongation of the plant, it will be occur. So that particular hormone, according to the climatic conditions, they will started introducing in the plants, and they make the plant growth to be grow more, especially for fodder plants. Fodder plants means the animals the food. Those plants, if they have more stems, if they have more stem elongation, then they'll get a good amount of the food for the animal. Okay, if the same plants, if they grow them in an cyclonic areas, what will happen? The farmer profit, it will be comes down. So that's the reason farmer should have some awareness in where we have to use this particular hormones. Based on the climatic conditions, they used to introduce this particular hormones. Okay, the main function of this gibberellic acid is what? Stem elongation. Okay, yes. And otherwise we can also say that the dwarf plants, they grow in the normal height. Okay, let me show one pic for regarding this. Of course, this is not given in your syllabus, but you will get an idea how this gibberellics are helping for the small plants to be the grow the longer. Okay, yes. Especially take cabbage or rosette plant, we can say. Take an cabbage or rosette. See, this is foolish seedling disease, children. I said no, in the rice crop. The rice crop, they grow very tall. Usually you see in our Greenfield school, we will see that side of our classrooms, nice paddy crops we will see. Are you seeing this much height? No, they don't grow that much height. They will grow the small height. Okay, it stimulates the elongation. And well, let me show one more pic. And they took the rosette plant. Rosette plant is nothing but, we can say it's an the cabbage. Okay, when you treat this cabbage plant, what happened? That cabbage plant is sending. Yes, let me wait some time. Yes. Yeah, if you see this particular cabbage is a dwarf plant. It's a very dwarf in nature. But they introduced gibberellic acid. All of a sudden what happened? The stem it has elongated. Stem elongation occurs. So with this it is clear for you, the gibberellic acid, what it will do? It promotes the dwarf plants to be grow taller. Okay, yes. So the next one we can say, another function is parthenocopy. Gibberellic acid promotes the parthenocopy. What is called the parthenocopy means obtaining seedless fruits. Nowadays, see, the olden days we people we used to take pomegranate. It is a very hard seed. Hard seeds we used to get the pomegranate. But nowadays we are not having enough time to eat those type of pomegranates. So how the pomegranates we are getting? Seedless pomegranates we are getting. See this, look, this is an seedless watermelon. Okay, yes, when they spray this the chemical over the fruits, inject the chemicals, what will happen? The seeds will be just, there will be softened seed only, we can see that, like not with an hard shell. Okay, yes, that particular process is called as parthenocopy. Getting seedless fruits is known as parthenocopy process, we can say. Okay, yes. The next one, children, they break seed dormancy. I already said in an auxins, the seed will present, but it will not rise up. It will not rise into the root and shoot. That it will be break down with the help of this gibberellic acid. Okay, that's all, children. Now let me repeat once again. We are obtaining from the fungi named as Gibberella fusicori. and especially this problem is seen in the rice plant, that is foliage seedling disease in the rice. The main function is the stem elongation, and it helps in the parthenocarpy, getting the seedless fruits, and it also breaks the seed dormancy, and it makes the dwarf plants to be the grow normal height. Okay, yes. And let me explain about the third hormone. The third hormone is the cytokinins. Okay, cytokinin is nothing but, in name itself it is given, cyto means cell. The divisions which are taking place, see I written here, cell divisions. It encourages the cell divisions. Whenever the cell divisions will be more, obviously what will happen? The tissue conversions, it will be occurs faster. Okay, as then plant growth, it will be rapid, quickly takes place with the help of this cytokinins. Okay, yes. Let me explain that what is the another function of this cytokinin means prevention of senseness. What is called as a prevention of senseness? Senseness is nothing but, we can say, stops the aging of the leaves. Sometimes due to the deficiency of this particular hormone, even though the leaf is very small and the green, and it sheds from the plant, shedding of the leaves will be controlled by the cytokinins. Okay, that is called as the prevention of aging. It prevents and it stops the aging of the leaf. Okay, and the next one, we can say that it helps in phloem transport. What is the meaning of this phloem transport? Means it helps in supplying of the food. Okay, yes. And next one, we can say that it increases the disease resistance. It increases the resistance in diseases in the plant. When there are cytokinins, plants will not attack or affect with any diseases. Okay, yes, and not only that, and cytokinins helps to keep the vegetables fresh for the longer time. That is the reason nowadays in the market, what the people are doing means they're spraying the chemicals, especially the cytokinins. Just they spray the cytokinin chemical over the vegetables and the leafy fruits and leafy vegetables. When they spray like that, what will happen? That vegetables, they stay the longer and they look fresh. Of course, we are facing a lot of disadvantages also, and when you use these chemicals continuously and natural, the normal functions of our body is affecting. Okay, yes. So that is about cytokinins. Okay, children, and that's all. These three are plant growth promoters. Then let me explain about the next hormone, plant growth regulator or inhibitor. That is an ABA. Okay, the full form of the ABA is an abscisic acid. Where this ABA it will present means in desert plants. I think you know about the desert conditions. In desert conditions, the water availability is very less. Of course, the desert plants have lots of adaptations to overcome this particular problem. They have succulent juices. Okay, the leaves are modified like as a thorns. Even though they have the leaf, the small leaves are present, and the leaves are coated with a wax, and the less number of the stomatal openings will be present. So even these less stomatal openings are also controlled by this ABA acid. Okay, it regulates the transpiration levels, transpiration rates by closuring of stomatal opening. That is the main function of this ABA. Okay, yes, and it also causes abscission of the flowers and fruits. So fruit and flower, it will be small and they will be fall from the plant or the trees, and because of this ABA, that's the reason it stops the growth, inhibiting. It inhibits the growth. That's the reason it's called as a growth inhibitor. Okay, and the last hormone is an ethylene, children. Let's come into this ethylene. This is the main function is ripening of the fruits. This is a gaseous the hormone. Okay, yes. So it promotes the growth of the fruit and the vegetables. Actually, how this growth it will be promoted here means transverse growth. Transverse means like as widthwise the growth it will be promoted by ethylene, and it inhibits the lengthwise growth. Lengthwise growth it will be inhibits, and the widthwise growth it will be promotes with the help of this ethylene hormone. As usual, it breaks the seed dormancy also. But nowadays what the people are doing means they are taking this particular hormone, what is that, ethylene chemical. Usually whenever you have, this is Mr. Ripe, early ripening of the fruits they are doing. Usually in our garden, when the banana bunch is ready, what we used to do? We used to cut it and we used to keep it in the gunny sack and we used to tie it and we used to wait for the bananas to be get ripened. But nowadays what they are doing, unripened banana bunch they will cut it and just they spray this chemical. When they spray this chemical, undeveloped fruit it will be turned into yellow without the taste. Okay, yes. So this particular technique, it is not an advisable process. So early ripening of the fruit by introducing artificial chemicals. Immediately the color it will be changed. Let me show one more pic. When vegetables also, when they are not ready, what they are doing means just they are injecting. They're injecting this particular hormone. So immediately the color is changing. The color is changing and it will be looks for ready but not an very healthy the product. Is it clear, children? Yes. So this is artificial spraying of this ethylene is not an advisable thing. That's all, children. And today class I explained one the essay question. This sometimes they may ask directly describe note on the plant hormones or growth regulators. Sometimes they may give in an application way also. Rama is enjoying the watermelon and there are no seeds in that particular watermelon. He completed that so fast. What makes the watermelon to be produced with the seedless fruit? Name that particular hormone. Write a few functions of that hormone. Like that they'll ask. Okay? Yes. Lateral, Sanjay has seen that the lateral buds are growing faster. Why the lateral bud is growing? Which hormone play a role in that? So like that indirect way they may ask, and sometimes may ask directly to write the short note or the describe all the plant hormones. Okay, let me brief out all we learned that the 5 plant hormones, and first one is auxin, second is gibberellins, third is cytokinins. These are called as growth promoters, and the fourth one is ABA, it is called as a growth inhibitor, and the fifth one is ethylene, that's called as an gaseous hormone. Okay, I given all the functions, children. Make a note all this in your running notes and submit the running notes in between 5 to 6 o'clock. And I'll forward the questions also, forwarded the questions also, children, and write those questions in homework book. And very soon I am planning to conduct an online test on this particular topic. Please prepare and be ready for that. Okay, stay safe home and enjoy your studies. Enjoy the studies of the topics what we are explaining, and learn it and be ready. And until we meet again, just please be safe. Bye.